Hi, boys and girls. Okay, now today we have a new book to talk about and to listen to. It's called Career Day. And a career is a job that somebody does for a long time. Yeah, that's a career. I'm moving my little camera thing a little closer. Okay. Now let's think about this. This story is by Anne Rockwell. She wrote the words, so she is the author. And the pictures are drawn by Lizzie Rockwell. Oh, I wonder if they're related. Maybe mother and daughter, maybe sisters. Because they have the same last name. Yeah. Now, the title is Career Day. Okay, so this is going to be talking about people in our community and the people around us and the jobs they have. Now, we are all in a community. Yeah. Now, you have a family that loves you and cares for you, but you're also in a community. A community is where you live. It's the people around you. It's the businesses and the people that work there. That's the community, and you have community helpers. Remember we've talked about that? Yeah. Well, at school, we have community helpers, the teachers, the assistant principals, the principal, the nurse, the custodians. All those people work together to help take care of you when you're at school. Did I say counselor? I meant to say counselor too. Okay, and the librarian, sorry. But when you're in your community close to your house, that community, there are other careers that people have. And so we're going to be talking about those today. Now, as you see on the front, this kind of gives you a hint. The story takes place in a pre-K classroom. Okay, so it's kind of fun. And they're all dressing up in different careers. What's this one? Construction worker. What's this one? A chef or a baker. What's this one? Looks like a post office worker. And on the back cover, look, who's that? A firefighter, yeah. Oh, that's a neat one. That's a veterinarian. Oh, I think I know who that's supposed to be. A teacher, I think. Okay, so let's get started on this fun book. Here we go. So I open it up. Here's the title page, Career Day. Oh, looks like they have a doctor bag. When special visitors come to our school, they tell us about the work they do. Then we tell them about the work we do. Today, it's my turn to introduce my visitor. Introduce is one of our special vocabulary words this week. That's when we say, this is so-and-so. I want you to know my mom and dad. Miss Mann, this is my mom. This is my dad. This is my grandma. And you say, Grandma, Mom, Dad, this is Miss Mann. So you want people to know somebody and you tell them who they are. Yeah. So he wants to introduce somebody to us. Oh, how fun. Look, that's what we would be doing if we were together. They're sitting on the floor together. What if I forget what I'm supposed to say? Sometimes that happens, not just to me, Mrs. Madoff says, but to everyone. Mrs. Madoff must be his teacher. Yeah. Here we are, right here. Here he is, right on time. This is my dad, I say. He drives a big bulldozer. He's helping build our new library. Good morning, Mr. Lopez, everyone says. Good morning, boys and girls, my dad says. Oh, how fun. Oh, and look at that great bulldozer. How fun is that? Next, we meet Charlie's visitor. His mother is a judge who works in a courtroom and wears a long black robe. Robe is another one of our special words. A robe can be something that you put on over your clothes that you wear at your house. And a robe is also what a judge wears. Or a minister sometimes wears a black robe. My dad was a minister, and he had a black robe that he would wear when he would do weddings or funerals sometimes. Yeah. So you see that word, or you hear the word robe, and it can mean different things, like the robe that we just put on over our pajamas, or it can be a robe that people wear because of their career, okay? If there's too much noise, she pounds her gavel and says, "Order in the courtroom, order in court." Then everyone has to be quiet. Maybe I should try that at my house. When Katie introduces her visitor, she says, "My dad plays bass in an orchestra at night. He practices all day and takes care of my baby brother while our mother goes to work at the bank." So he's a musician. Very cool. Michiko's mother writes books for us to read. She draws the pictures in them too. She is very good at drawing. I'm gonna move this closer so you can see the pictures better. Here we go. She is very good at drawing mice. Oh, how funny. Maybelle, no. Maybelle is right here. She's looking at the book with us here. Mrs. Madoff's visitor is her husband. He is a scientist called a paleontologist. He just got back from South America, where he was digging for dinosaur bones. Oh, how cool. The bones tell us about dinosaurs that lived long ago. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Very interesting. I've never met a paleontologist. Have you? This is a little crooked here. Hold up. There we go. Okay. Next page. Sarah's visitor is our crossing guard. She brings Sarah to school every day because she is also Sarah's grandmother. That's why Sarah is always the first one at school and the last one to go home in the afternoon. Aww. That's pretty cool. Eveline's mother is a nurse in the hospital. She also takes care of all the newborn babies in our town. She tells us those babies are very, very cute, but they sure do cry a lot when they're hungry. Now, I want you to remember a nurse can be a man or a woman, okay? My mom was a nurse, but my son, Ryan, he wants to be a nurse too. So there are guy nurses and girl nurses. Jessica's mother takes care of animals. She's a veterinarian, the kind of doctor who makes sick animals better. Aw, they're looking at a guinea pig. Oh, that kind of looks like my Maybelle. Aw. Sam's visitor drives the sanitation truck that carries our garbage to the big town dump. Katie and Eveline and I wave to him, just as we always do whenever he comes down our street. "Hey kids, remember to recycle," Sam's father says. Recycle is another one of our words. Do you remember what that means? That means the stuff that we use, we put it in separate piles and it can be used again. It's made into something else. Yeah, like the water bottles and soda cans and like the milk jugs, things like that. We can recycle them, and paper too. Yeah, and it's made into other stuff then. Yeah, so we don't have as much trash in the world. Evan's father wears a leather apron that holds the tools he uses all the time. He shows us how to hammer a nail. Very cool. Look, he's making things on his wood bench. Woodworking there. Carving, and that's wood. That's pretty amazing. When it's time for Nicholas to introduce his visitor, he says, "I'll bet you've all bought groceries at the Friendly Farm Market. Guess what? My father is manager of the store." Ah, so his father manages a grocery store. That grocery store looks different from ours, doesn't it? Yeah, Kroger and H-E-B and Target and Walmart. Wherever you go to the grocery store, doesn't quite look like that. That's what they look like up in New York City. A little bit different from ours. Okay. Today is Mr. Cisco's turn to introduce his special visitor. He says, "Good morning, everyone. I'd like you to meet Professor Alcorn. He's my teacher at college." Yeah. Hey, I never knew grown-ups had teachers too. Yeah, grown-ups go and they can have teachers. Yeah, grown-ups go to college and they have school. Yeah. Grown-ups sure have interesting work to do, and so do we. Oh, wow, look at all those cool things they have going on in that room. I know, I wish we could be in a room together and have visitors too. Yeah. I wonder what I'll be when I grow up. Yeah. How cool is that? Very neat. Okay. So, what I would like for you to do today is to draw a picture of what you want to be when you grow up, okay? And there is also, let me put this down here. Here we go. Okay. And there is also, if I look back, let me see if this day started here. And I want you to also start thinking about the community that you live in. Okay, so you can tell me the community name, because that's one of the things we want to learn is the name of our community. Okay, and we want to be able to talk about 2 different community helpers. And I think you may already have an idea and be able to tell me 2 community helpers. But if you don't, that's okay. That's okay. It's not a problem. And another thing we're working on is being able to recognize the first letter of our name. Okay, so that is something that when your family and you are doing your assignments, I want you to draw a picture of what you want to be when you grow up. But then I also want to see if your family can put out about 3 different letters on a piece of paper. And then if you can pick which letter your name starts with. That is a very good beginning to then trying to figure out which name is yours. That's exciting, because then that means we're getting closer and closer to knowing our letters, because we want to learn our letters. Okay, guys? Okay. Have a good afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.